Hey everybody, Brennan at Urban City Sells back with another YouTube, and I have all the labels for my recent thrift haul. I was at the Knopf's Op Shop, so let me make sure I'm at the camera. Knopf's Op Shop is similar to the Vinnies, similar to, of course, Salvos. I know you've Savers in Adelaide and Melbourne, down in Victoria, South Australia. First of all, before we get into the clothes, I'm going to show you how the labels work at Knopf's. Noffs. November, Oscar, Foxtrot, Sierra. Knopf's Op Shop. So they have color coded tags similar to, like you see on all the big stores in the States too. This one was June, $5. The color August was a purple tag, $5. We got, after June was July, it was the green tag, $5. And into September with the blue, $5. But also because I got one or two more kind of luxe pieces, it was $10. I'll show you the $10 piece. So that means the green ones with the kind of cutout, you can see they were down to $2 in the kind of bin, which is good, like a bit of a rummage bargain bin, or as you might call the bins. But not hundreds of people rooting through the big blue bins like a Goodwill outlet. So there you go, that's the labels on Knopf's Op Shop. How's everybody doing today? And without further ado, let's get into some of the things that I picked up to hopefully flip on places like Poshmark and eBay, and we can make a profit. If we're buying cost of goods at $2 and $5, I spent $100 even this day. The lady at the op shop thrown in a Timbuk 2 into San Francisco toast style courier bag, but it was missing the strap. But because I had already tapped and it was only $3, she threw it in, so $103 worth of stuff for $100 even. So we'll fly through, and then I'm going to be doing some listing later as well. I'm trying a new format haul of the recent thrift shop, the op shop, and at the Knopf's Op Shop. So we'll get into it. The first one is a really cool geometric print slash mini skirt. It is on the YKK, which always is a good signifier of decent quality on the zipper. Let me confirm for you. Why am I slightly struggling to find the label on now? Esprit there. It's a German slash Deutschland brand, Esprit, as I was saying, but I think it's Esprit. And actually, now that I hold up the print this way, it's fantastic. It's amazing. It's a navy blue with a cream, and on the back it's a bit more geometric, kind of like a trippy print. So again, $5. We can list this between $25 and $32, and we're going to hopefully get some. They can be a part of the live auction shows as well, which you can join me most recently on Poshmark on the live shows, which is great too. So as I go through them, I can put them there. I'm always inspired by McThrift Kenzie, the posher out of Texas as well, who does the thrift haul. So, and anybody who's going through all the hauls when they get home. Laurie Tate and a few others. Next up is a pencil kind of style skirt. It is a Portman size 10. It's navy. And again, at the Knopf's Op Shop for $5, which is great. Portman's does tend to hold some resale value. The Portman's piece. Oh, my phone is there. I should put that on silent, eh? Biases a bit. But I am shooting this later in the evening, which is pretty cool. So Portman's navy, it's kind of pencil style, structured with a good tailoring. Keep an eye on Portman's, especially when you see it at decent prices at the op shops. I know Vinnie's and a few other op shops tend to hike their prices recently. Even your basic skirts are like $25, but in this case, $5. Next up, guys, is new tag Lee Cooper, and we had a beautiful discussion in shop about whether this was Australian brand, but later I looked up and it is a conglomerate of English and American brand, not to be confused with Lee Jeans, which on a par with Wrangler and Levi's is interesting. But this is size 14, new tags. I believe Big W does, of course, run this as well. It has a turquoise little hit in the middle, so it's giving you Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, California vibes, the southern border states in America. size 14 and $35. So if it's 35, half of that we'll say is, you can list it for 19 bucks. New with tags when people get it. A new with tag dress for that price, amazing. And it's sleeveless in summer. And it's coming into spring and summer with the hotter weather with the tiered kind of flare bottom. And it's definitely bohemian with these adjustable, fun Byron Bay up at the Gold Coast style tassels. So that's Lee Cooper and brand new with tags. Next up is a Portman's signature piece. So this is their luxury kind of high end by definition of the Portman's signature. It's on a gold label, and it still has its size 16, so it's a bigger cut on this in that it's a fit and flare and a true to size 16 with the lining on the inside. So Portman's signature. Could do further research on the Portman's, but all over print. Beautiful midi skirt with the blue, cobalt, dark blue, violet print on this. Absolutely deadly stuff. And straight from the top of the hem, it's pleated for the gods. Yes. Yes, God, mama. So that there be Portman's amazing piece. Hopefully the light is decent enough. Got my little light boxes and we have a ring light straight ahead. Hope you're doing well, and make sure in the comments you tune in where you're watching from today. This is a more chill haul of all the things I got for $5 and $10 a piece to flip online on places like eBay and Poshmark. And I'm Bren at Urban City Sells, just in case you forgot. But of course you can use that code Urban City Sells as well to add to Poshmark, and you get $10 your first purchase. I get a $10 voucher too, which is cool. And you will find me across the socials on Insta, here on YouTube, across the board really on all of them. Twitter, which is now X, and the selling platforms including Marketplace, all as Urban City Sells. Next up is another skirt, and it's by David Lawrence. I was kind of stoked to find this in that it was a midi skirt again, pencil kind of cut. It's botanical with the pinks, creams, yellows on a black background. It's fully black lined, which is really nice. It's kind of that luxury touch. Does it have YKK? Yes, it does. I like when it has the Yankee Kilo Kilo YKK, the zipper, and it is a David Lawrence size 10 with the nice gold and black. But that should listed it in closet at $45 to $50. You know, you can take an offer. Sometimes people bundle and they also save. So we like a bit of David Lawrence, some of the iconic Australian brands. Speaking of Australian brand, I only was on my Poshmark live shows. I'm recently doing live shows. You'll see me every Thursdays, Sundays, sometimes Tuesdays. Space days in between. We got styles for men, sunny season styles, posh style for fashion for less. I did a Father's Day men's fashion. I did activewear, athleisure wear, and all Australian and all USA branded themed parties / posh show lives. So there's essentially auctioning and going live on camera all across Australia. This next up, but we mentioned Australian brands, is Witchery, Dacuba and Seed Heritage. The trifecta of good Australian. Kind of Suzanne is another one. You know, all the nice mid-tier mall brands. So this is a Witchery. She's size 4. It's a shimmer pant, almost like a jogger, but it has that kind of canvas cut with the cuffed tier. And Witchery can command, holds decent enough resale value. And with the drawstring, size 4, which is nice, roomy size 4 by the looks of it, but it's a true to Australian sizing. And that's Witchery. Next up as well on pants, didn't know this brand as much, but it's Faded Glory. And again, you can't go wrong when it's $2 at the bargain bin, or $5, 10 for the more kind of swankier pieces. But for $5, this is 95% cotton with a spandex 5%. And as you can see the spandex, yeah. And it is Faded Glory, size 12, women's chino style with a straight leg. Let's see, it has the back pockets. Are they real pockets? They could be faux. Yeah, they're faux. F-A-U-X. I don't give a fucks. Nah, FAUX. I find that funny. I'm easily amused, eh? A little bit of stitch in there. Sometimes you want to make sure when you're in shop, in store, check for miniature flaws. But if that came wider, we can always get a stitch in there and note it, listed in the item, disclose any flaws because it can still go ahead and sell between $18 and $25. Faded glory. Do I have some H2O out there? I can get my drink in a minute because tonight we're going to fly through all the brands that we got. Next up is another skirt by Jackie E. This one is kind of Baroque style print. I'm trying to make sure you can see the print on it. Size 12. And it has a midi with a lovely hit of detail at the bottom. Is it fully lined? Yes, of course it's lined as well. And I'm going to hold it up for you one more time as well. Jackie E is a good one as well, another Australian brand. Jackie E, size 12. And that will give my live show as well, which is good. Black is really on fashion. Big shout out to Jack Valentine who did the fall and the different trends. It really, if you have different seasonal stuff, just get it listed, eh? Of course you don't want to be in the storage game or in the we're in the business of getting fantastic pieces out to our lovely buyers as opposed to storing all different season stuff. We're in Australia down under and now it's coming into spring. 33 degrees today in Sydney, so pretty hot. How do I describe it? So you don't want loads of sweaters, jumpers, jackets coming into the hotter weather. But black across all the fashion houses, on all the trend lists, a lot of vloggers and bloggers. Black is in, red is in, wide leg pants and cargos are in. So be sure to check out Jack Valentine. Ryan and Jack are brilliant over there on YouTube and their Poshmark closets. Next up is Miss Selfridge. I believe Miss Selfridge is out of London. It's a cool European brand. This is Petites. It's a UK 6 made in Morocco, US 2, and it's a tulle style, two lined, but underneath it's got the jade green and even the lining is green. It's pleated, kind of vintage style, rockabilly 1950s, and it's a petite, which is nice. And this here is Miss Selfridge's. No, Miss Selfridge, because I know Selfridge is the big department store like David Jones abroad in London on Oxford Circus. The Piece de la Resistance, the biggest shopping street in Europe. London's Oxford Street. Not to be confused with Sydney's Oxford Street, which also is the shopping capital of Sydney. A little, up the top end. This is H&M, but I wanted to get basic again. It must have been in the $2 bin, which is fantastic for a H&M pant. Perfect for office, perfect for the less than warm days, because the weather seems a bit jumpy over the place. I'm not going to continue to talk about weather, but we dig when it's get warm, but also you do need for those cooler mornings. And of course, if you're going on holidays, you want that black pants. If you're going to European winter, they're size 8 and H&M semi-wide leg, not quite ultra or super wide, but it has that full-on drop wide leg cut. I'm kind of looking at the visual as well as the camera to connect with you guys. So thank you for watching and staying with us for the trend report. This here I got in a place called Glebe. There is a Vinnie's over there in Glebe and a couple of vintage shops. Tilt, size 12. When I saw it, I was thinking initially, is this boys like our girls age 12? No, but it is size 12. That summer peach, wonderful, cool orangey colour, and they're a cool cargo style short for women with the single hit of a pocket on back. List them in closet at $19 to $22. Next up is a bohemian piece, perfect for Byron if you're running away with the circus. It's by the brand Max, and it's a large 100% rayon, but the beautiful cut on these, they're super, if not ultra wide leg. The different levels of wide leg, look. Definitely giving you travel in Bali, probably possibly made in India, yes, so it could be you purchase in Australia, my Poshmark and eBay, and make your way back to India with the pants made in India. But navy blue with a gold / mustard piece. Ah, beautiful, really cool. I like these if myself for meditation and yoga, the kind of unisex bohemian and all things spiritual wear. Dig that myself. Next up, hope you're enjoying this thrift haul with me. We're going through the different brands. We've had a lot of skirts. To recap, we've got some good harem style pants and some shorts. Next up is dresses, jeans, and a few variety of other things that you'll see listed in my Poshmark closet and on eBay eventually as well. I do a lot of cross listing as well. So this is Zara Woman. It's a navy with a cutout, almost like crochet style floral cutout. I say crochet in that it's stitched. Is this black on navy? Yes, it is. So it's kind of like Prada does a lot of black and navy. Of course, Zara has been inspired by the couturier runways. Super sleek dress, pencil kind of dress with a little capped quarter sleeve, and it is a size small across the board. So small Europe, small USA, yes, it should be a small Australia, UK size into. And this is Zara. Let me see the makeup on the what's the word I'm looking for? Material. Yeah, polyelastane blend. So as much as it's a baroque style kind of high-end cut from Zara, of course you're also looking for the quality pieces with viscose. In this case, it's a bit of a blend. Now this next one is a bit of a bolo. It's a bit of a banger, really, essentially. I hope you guys are taking notes of the good brands so far, but this one, when I came across it, I just knew that it is excuse the shake there, Zadig and Voltaire. And Zadig and Voltaire is a kind of mid-tier luxury brand, luxury category. Bottega Veneta and Massimo Dutti, all the way up to the Prada, Gucci, Versace, Fendi, but this is somewhere in between, I suppose. They do retail pretty high. There's a lot of comps for $80, $90 to $110 pre-loved. So this is a flare, which is really on trend at the moment. Has this light acid wash with that beautiful, so women's flared Zadig and Voltaire pant slash jeans. I don't need to call them pants when they're jeans. They are the flare jean, size 26 waist. And what's nice is they have the hit of the contrast button with the little streetwear style tag there. And I'm going to show you this brand as well. Keep an eye out for Zadig and Voltaire. They do a lot of sweaters and tees as well, but when I saw the flare jean, I just knew. With the raw hem, the tiered raw hem. Actually, this needs a bit of a steam to straighten out said raw hem, but it is manufactured as such. And I can list somewhere between $75 and $85 for these. So hopefully someone will get them to a new home and enjoy the Zadig and Voltaire. Bargain prices, of course. If you were to pay retail, you'd pay a bit of an arm and a leg. This next one is an Australian brand, and I spoke about it in my live shows, where a fashion vlogger, they had travelled through Europe and America, and were saying, oh, she could not wait to get back to Australia because of all the iconic Aussie brands. And Atmos in here is the kind of entry level to her list. She spoke about Beckenbridge and Sass and Bide and Camilla and Mark and Jack and all the fun ones you see in places like Paddington's Oxford Street or Little Collins, or all the shopping meccas within Australia. In your own capital city where to go. In Sydney, of course, it would be Pitt Street Mall, and up to Paddo and a few other spots as well, possibly. As I have one more look at Atmos in here, but Atmos in here was on our list of could not wait to be home to get back to my iconic Aussie brands. This is size 6 with the keyhole cut out. It is a crochet floral again. It's a black. It just has a vintage kind of vibe to it, in that it has a bohemian long sleeve mini dress. Really kind of cool. And the sunshine floral. It's kind of what's the word? The same across the board, not asymmetric, but a beautiful balanced print all across. And that's a black piece. And that's the hem as well as a contrast style. Hopefully you can see with the light. This is kind of blinding me with the ring light. This next piece is by another Australian brand, and it is SES. I know people have probably mixed views on SES. I'm going to show you it's a size 12. SES Fashion Sydney, SES Fashion Australia. I think they could have gone into receivership, possibly not a brand that's made anymore. But this is a playsuit romper with a super colourful, almost like fruit punch style. Look at the short, and it has that kind of bohemian deep V as well on the cut, which is nice. It has the ruching on the lovely shoulders, and I'm going to confirm the size again, size 12. So keep an eye out for rompers, playsuits, and colourful. The more colourful the better, because people like to add them. And of course I was able to pick this up for $5. Let me show you the print actually as I kind of jump between the next item, and when you be making sure you guys see kind of bold prints and different colours that are on trend to keep an eye for. This next one is by Dottie. Full of Australian brands today, size 12. It's a maroon berry colour, and it is a long sleeve kind of, because it's 12, it's a midi maxi. It's lined. I'm going to show you the lining with the kind of maroon slash burgundy. Really nice collared piece. It's given kind of gypsy core, not quite cottage core, and it is a all over polka dot with a tortoise shell button. Look at the feel on that, it's nice. So this Dottie will go on the dress model because it's such a nice fun flowy with a band across the waistline. It will be nice to get it up on the dress model. Let me see at the back, is that smocked? Yeah, that's called smocking. We got ruching, but the smocking is when it's elasticated and bunched. That is Dottie. Their Instagram is Dottie_squad or Dottie Squad, which I enjoy. The next brand is A brand jeans. These are, we still got the $5 tag on the A brand. So make sure you have a look in Knopf's Up Shop for a really fun and good price point. So they're still across the board bringing down prices, which we like when we're in the sustainable fashion game and keeping the thrift and the circular economy going. Circular fashion, should I say, as well. A brand has the upside down A on the patch. It's a triangle. I'm going to show you the A brand. And these are a light wash, kind of skinny leg. Not as, we'll say, on trend as the wide leg of the cargo style. And I'm going to do this, and you can see me add to my collection of Op Shop labels before I recycle. These are button and zipper, which is nice, and I'm going to show you. There's a name on this as well when it catches there, guys. Can anybody remember the name on that? When the jeans tend to, like, you have runs in jumpers and sweaters. Man. It's jumped out of my mind now what that kind of, like a smocking, you know, like a word like that, but we don't necessarily want that. I can list that and show it in the listing. Now we've a couple more pieces, and then that will be today's haul before you see all these going up on my Poshmark closet and Urban City Sells. So that's URBAN CITYSELLS, Urban City Sells. And the next piece, again, it's 1960s style. It's Billabong. It's a little mini dress. It's floral all over with a baby blue and lined with a Tiffany style blue with a pink floral botanical kind of cut. What's nice, it has the medieval or kind of bohemian back lace detail. Not lace, yeah, I suppose it is lace. You can lace it up. I'll show you from this angle. And this is a Billabong. Is that 6 or 8? Size 6 dress. You like a bit of Billabong, eh? Little flutter sleeve, mini quarter sleeve again. The variety of sleeve and shoulder details. Speaking of sleeve, this next piece is new at tags. It's more or less, we've one last piece after this. This is by the brand Oslana, but it's a unique one shoulder, off shoulder dress. It is a mini with an all over pearl. This was new a tag at the op shop, and I'm going to see can I find that label, because this particular one, let's see, was more or less the one that was $10. All the rest were $5. But because this was just put out, I was lucky to kind of come along as they put out the brand new with tags. Wonderful Oslana dress. Such a unique piece. It's real dainty in that it has the floral, it has the puff sleeve, it has the little fishtail style asymmetric pleating. So many things going for this dress. Oslana, Australia. Let me show you the label tag, and it is new a tag. Oslana. Yay, so that's kind of going to be fun to list, and again put on the dress model, because you want to highlight the really fun, nicer pieces that everybody can eventually see a video, and some like 8 to 10 pictures per dress. I can actually hang that up on my rack. Speaking of rack, I did have one last pantaloon. They're similar to the other Bohemian Indian style ones. These are by Iris Maxi, is that right? Let me confirm. Yes, Iris Maxi. Still have the tag on there. So Iris Maxi, size small. These are gold with the drawstring. Really fun golden cream, almost like not flared leg, but they are. Look, oh, they got the open crossover leg, so kind of run away with the circus situation there. And Iris Maxi, I believe I need to do a bit more research on Iris Maxi, but I just knew by the pants at $5 with the lovely silver bead and buckle, cream and maroon wooden detail. They'll definitely do well on the fashion sites like Poshmark and eBay. So that's more or less everything today, guys. Iris Maxi. There was one more tee, but this brand is it was in the $2 bin, but I liked it. It has an all over print, black tee, 3/4 sleeve, almost like mechanical, but it actually is floral. I say mechanical, I mean like steampunk style. So almost steampunk, but she's floral, and it is black and gold, which black and gold pretty on trend at the moment. And this particular one though is 100% of cotton, and it comes from organic agriculture, certified eco cert green life top. So the full t-shirt, this has already been steamed, ready to go on photography. That's everything for today, guys. I'll show more hauls because I have so much great stock, but I wanted to do a full Knopf's Op Shop thrift haul, and I'm glad you could join into the YouTube today to see everything I got. Be sure to keep an eye on my Poshmark closet at Urban City Sales, and you get some great deals for the whole month of September. I have 25% off too. And I will see you in the next haul. Thanks so much, guys. See ya.